What's going on, you guys? My name is Wyatt Murphy, and thank you for joining us for our first broadcast of AU Spartan Media's ScreenPlay. Here we discuss several different forms of pop culture and media, but with a few twists. So, to kick things off, we're going to have a feud, a technology feud. This is the part of our show where all of our members talk about all things tech, all within 5 minutes. This episode's topic, Spotify versus Apple Music. We all use one or the other, unless you straight up steal your music. So let's start off with Brittany. Brittany, what kind of service do you use?
I use Apple Music.
And why?
Because I'm in a family plan with Apple Music.
So you didn't have a choice.
Correct.
Okay, that's alrighty. Rachel, what do you use?
I use Spotify.
And why do you use Spotify?
I personally use Spotify because I've had Spotify for so long now. I do not want to switch. It'll be too much work.
Okay. And then Jess, what kind of service do you use?
I also use Spotify.
Yuck. Why?
Not yuck. I use it because it's easy to navigate, easy to use. And if you listen for like so long, they make you your own playlist, so then I don't have to make my own.
Okay. Well, me personally, I use Apple Music, and it's kind of funny. Apple Music does the same thing. They start to make you your own personalized playlist, but the nice thing is they have lyrics with every single song. You cannot argue with that.
You cannot argue with Hulu and Showtimes for free on top of your student discount.
I didn't even know they had that.
Right, you need to do that. And if you're not using your student discount, all you gotta do, it's $4.99 a month for those three. That's crazy, mind-blowing, earth-shattering.
Yeah, but if you don't even know you've got that benefit, like, what's the point of it?
But she knows now.
For Spotify, I'm in a family plan for Spotify.
Am I the only one that pays for music?
I pay for mine, $4.99 a month.
There we
I did
go.
do that until my dad got it, and I was like, okay, well, I don't have to pay for it anymore.
Well, here's the thing. Who cares about Showtime? Does any?
Shameless.
Right.
That's like the one good thing.
Yeah,
That's seriously
and
like the only like
show.
shining gem out of this entire bag of what.
You could find a new show on there.
It's kind of like taking a bag of mud and then putting a little gemstone in there. Like you got to swim through all that just to find Shameless.
I know, but maybe you really want that gem.
I find Spotify more confusing to use. Like,
Really?
I didn't get that. I needed to get premium to like re-listen to a song that just came out. Like, I was sitting there like, why is it like not letting me play this song? Like, so that's why I use iTunes. It's just like simpler.
Yeah, Apple Music is, in my opinion, it's way more straightforward. I like how it integrates with all of my Apple devices. So, I mean, call me a sheep, but I do have Apple everything, including my watch. You cannot stream Spotify off of a smartwatch. Boom.
Okay, but with Apple Music, like, you have to pay to listen to it at all if you're up with your 3-month trial with Spotify. Like, yeah, you have to pay if you want to pick your songs and you want to, like, so you don't have to, like, skip. But you can still have that option of listening to it for free. You just have to, like, give up that luxury. Yeah, you just have to give up that one luxury of being able to pick your exact song. But, hey, you can still listen to anything for free.
Me personally, I don't know a single person that uses the free version of Spotify. It's either, like, Apple Music or Spotify Premium.
That's true.
Yeah. It kind of just...
Well, on Apple Music, can you like download them to your phone and like listen without using data?
Yep.
Oh.
Apple Music also integrates with your current iTunes library, or if you have like a really terrible quality song, Apple Music can recognize that song, find a higher version of it, like a higher quality version, and then give you that one instead. So it goes through and replaces all your weird like music from the early 2000s and gives you like the most modern version.
I'm still not convinced.
I'm not convinced either. Like, I'd never switch to Apple.
Neither would I.
I mean, like, the one thing is, so when you're driving and you've got, like, Bluetooth in your car, you can use Siri to control Apple Music. You can use it to pull up a specific song. You can say, like, all right, hey, Siri, pull up, Panic at the Disco or something like that. You can't do that with Spotify unless you want to, like, pull your phone out of your pocket and, take a challenge.
I mean, whose phone isn't in their lap in the first place?
Right.
While driving?
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Wait. Why? What?
Like, you just, I don't know, comfort reasons?
It's comfort.
Just have your phone, on you?
Oh, in your lap.
Yeah.
Yes.
With, like, your screen just kind of, driving out. It's just like...
Exactly.
I hope I don't swerve into the other.
Or, like, you can, like...
No,
if you.
I don't really do that, but...
Like,
it
if you're
is in my lap.
talented.
So you're using. So that's the thing. Spotify distracts you while driving. That's terrible.
I mean, if you have like a screen in your car, I feel like you can connect it to that and then use your like steering wheel to change the music and stuff.
So you can just do like forward and backward, but unless you have some sort of interface on your radio where you can go and like select your song, that's where you're gonna run into Rachel's problem of using it in your lap while driving.
I don't know. You can tell me Apple Music will pay all of my student debt, and I'm still not switching.
Yeah. I mean, that's
That's a little extreme.
I'm keeping Spotify
Rachel, we're
for
gonna
life.
wipe out all your debt to the penny if you use Apple Music once.
No.
That's
That
honestly,
sounds
that's
awful.
a bad
I just
business.
love
Well,
Spotify.
Apple Music has more
business
songs
decision.
than Spotify does.
That's true. They got like way more, and a
But
lot
I-
of times they get better albums too.
I listen to like the three same songs.
Alrighty. Well, based on that, I still like Apple Music, but whatever. It's okay to be wrong. So with that in mind, you guys always have to make your own decision on that. But you've kind of heard it from us first: Spotify versus Apple Music. That was I don't know, spicy. Yeah, let's just go with spicy. So up next, we're gonna cut to our interviewer Jewel, who spoke with two huge Jeffree Star fans, but we accidentally left the room's fan turned on. So let's take a look at how that turned out.
Hello everyone and welcome to Interview with the Fan. Today we'll be talking about Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star is an internet celebrity and currently has over 10 million subscribers on YouTube and his very own makeup line that started in 2014. Opening his physical location in New York City this past August, it is no doubt that he is growing in popularity. We have Brittany and Maddie here today to talk about Jeffree Star a little more and learn about the beauty guru. Hello ladies, how are you today?
Good.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so what makes Jeffree Star your favorite? What really makes him stick out to you?
Well, the thing about Jeffree is he's always releasing new products, so you never know what you're going to get with him, and he's always releasing several shades with the products. I mean, we've got lipsticks, we got lip scrubs, we got mirrors, we got bags. So he's just always on top of the game and always ahead of the next person.
So how does the content on his channel, I know he does beauty videos, tutorials, correct?
Correct.
So how does that content differ from other people out there?
Well, like other YouTubers, he is doing a lot of makeup reviews. But the one thing that he's known for is his Jeffree Star approval, whether or not a product is approved or not by him.
He's brutally honest in his reviews. He will tell you if that product, he'll be like, don't buy it, it's not approved. So, which is refreshing for beauty gurus to be honest about products.
Because
so he reviews his own line and other people's line?
yes.
Okay.
So a lot of what makes Jeffree so popular is the fact that he's brutally honest, but a lot of what people don't know about is that a lot of YouTubers do get paid to review products, where Jeffree does not. So he is going to be honest and he's going to tell you whether or not a product is good or if it's worth the price point that it's at, which is super helpful, especially when you're a consumer, because you need to know, is it worth spending $60 on this small thing, and then you come to buy it and you find out that it's really not as great as you thought it was going to be. And so Jeffree does get a lot of hate because he is brutally honest and he's going to tell you exactly what he thinks.
So as far as his products, how would you compare them to other lines that are out there?
Well, he, like I said, he releases a ton of shades, and one of my favorites is his velour liquid lipstick, which is what he is known for. Everything is super pigmented. I'm wearing this color right now. And this is from his summer collection, so he released probably 7 to 10 of these. This one's from his holiday one. And then he also makes lip scrubs, which are edible.
So everyone, all of the lip scrubs are different flavors. This one is called watermelon gum, but he has mojito, he has
Spearmint.
pancakes and syrup, and all these different ones.
This actually tastes really good. So this is just a lip scrub, you put it on your lips to moisturize, correct?
Yeah, right
Okay.
before your lipstick. I mean, you could probably put it on after if you wanted to, but yeah, it's definitely supposed to moisturize it. And then these are his lip ammunitions.
They're called lip ammunitions because they look like bullets. and then you just pop off the top, and it looks like a regular lipstick on the inside. Another one of my favorite products are his highlighters. Jeffrey is known for like a blinding highlight, as he calls it. All of his highlighters are extremely pigmented, and he also does them in fun colors. Like he does like a yellow, he does green, purple even.
He has powdered ones, and then he has ones that he called Liquid Frost, Supreme Frost, and then those are the most blinding. He just released those ones.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Well, that's actually all the time we have today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
So that's all we have today. We hope that you guys can tune in next week so we can get a hold of some more fans for you.
Well, that was, well, it was something, I guess. A big thank you to Maddie and Brittany for coming into the studio and sharing their thoughts. At this point, we turn things over to our very own Kyle, where he gives his opinions on the latest movies. Kyle's the guy who will tell you whether or not to spend $7.25 on that ticket, or maybe even if it's worth to drop $9 on a small popcorn and drink. So, Kyle is our movie buff who spends more time seeing movies than sleeping. We're going to give Kyle exactly 60 seconds to let us know if the movie is worth the $10 ticket or if you should save your cash. Kyle, tell us about what you saw this week.
Yeah, I saw Venom this week. It has a lot of positives, but a lot of negatives along with it. I'm going to start with the positives first. The dynamic between Eddie Brock and Venom is actually really good. They got Venom way more right than they ever have, especially in Spider-Man 3. Their dynamic is like a Odd Couple, sitcom-esque dynamic, and a lot of the comedy comes from that, and that's mainly in the second act, which works better than the other acts. And now to the negatives. The first act is very slow. It took a while. It felt like it was taking forever to get to the second act, but once Eddie Brock meets Venom, the movie goes really fast, and then the third act is abrupt and comes out of nowhere, and that's why that doesn't work. The villain is also not good in that he feels like he doesn't even need to be in the movie. Carlton Drake is basically one note, and they got a really good actor, an Oscar-caliber actor to play him, which I'm confused why they did, because he had nothing to do. He had no motivation whatsoever. The symbiote, Riot, actually had way more to do as a villain than Carlton Drake did in any way possible. Also, another really bad thing was the dialogue. It felt very Draft 1-esque, and in that it came off as very cheesy, and even at parts when it wasn't supposed to be funny, I was laughing and the audience was laughing. It was supposed to be serious, and because the bad dialogue was so forced, it made the particular scene really actually funny when it wasn't supposed to be. Overall, the Venom movie wasn't great by any stretch of the imagination, but I had fun with their dynamic, and that really worked. So much so that I will look forward to a sequel if they do choose to make one. I overall give Venom a D.
All right, thank you guys very much for watching our first broadcast from AU Spartan Media's Screenplay. Tune in next time to see who will be interviewed with the fan left on and to discover all the best things in pop culture. See you all again, same place, same time.